Warning: this video contains spoilers that reveal critical parts of the game's storyline. If you don't want to see these, stop watching now. Hello again, my friends. Eric Pearson here. Hope you're all doing well. Every now and again, I get comments on my YouTube channel asking when I might return to demonstrating an old game called SCAVENGER SV-4. Well, my friends, I'm happy to say I'm back. Now, for this game, I'm going to be pulling up an archived save slot that I'd previously used to show what happens when you die of radiation exposure. I noticed while playing that there were a lot of relics in close proximity, and I was curious what would happen if I played the game legitimately trying to stay alive. What kind of a loot haul would I get? So we're about to find out. I'm also, during the course of this set of videos, going to answer the question of what happens if you turn the rover's weapons on the ship itself. So everybody buckle up and hang on. Alright, so let's get to our console. Establish a link with the rover, and launch. And while that's launching, I'm going to open a couple of doors just to make it easier for me to move about. I'll hear from the microphone the ship landing. I think that's good enough for now. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I'm going to turn off the radio receiver to conserve power. To sweep the camera around so I can get a sense of where the relics are as I'm coming down. We've got you can see, look at all of them stacked up. It's like a junkyard down there. And we've got one right behind us, and in front of us too. So I'll start over here. I don't have the power controller on me because I wanted to liberate extra space. I figure the more gear I can grab with each trip, the better. Okay, one more artifact, and here's one over here by this forest of what look like trees. Okay, one more artifact, and then we'll head back to the ship. Okay, backing off, and heading home. Alright, while that's happening, I'm going to take a little spin through the auto dock, and then I'm going to talk about an interesting thing that came to mind the other day. Now, the various stories setting up this game talk about the planet being intensely radioactive. And as I thought about it, there's a bit of a plot hole associated with that, and I'll explain. If the planet itself were so intensely radioactive that we would be feeling its effects from orbit, then the radiation would also destroy the electronics aboard our rover in short order. And we know this from the real world because the Russians were struggling with this as they were using teleoperated moon rovers to clear debris off the roof of Chernobyl. Whatever rovers they landed on the rooftop did not last long because the gamma radiation would just shred the delicate electronics. So there's a bit of a plot hole here. So the question is how to resolve that plot hole. And the answer that occurred to me is that maybe the radiation isn't coming from the planet, but from a nearby star. And we happen to be in line of sight of that star as we're maintaining geosynchronous orbit over the planet's surface during the daytime. Okay, so that's a good first run, so let's relaunch the rover. But yeah, that occurred to me, so even though it's a plot hole, I think I've come up with a creative way to explain it. So I don't think it's the planet that's radioactive, I think it's a nearby star. And what's funny is that in the world of Marvel Comics, they have a name for this kind of thing, and they call it a no prize. A no prize is something that is awarded for various acts in the service of the Marvel Universe. Sometimes it's used or given out when someone discovers a plot hole and comes up with a creative solution for it. In fact, most of the no prizes were given out for that reason. In later years, no prizes were given out for charitable acts, like, for example, giving a whole bunch of Marvel comics to an orphanage or some other facility where people would benefit from them. Oh, there's another artifact over here. Okay, let's go see what this has to offer. The other thing that occurred to me is I don't think optical-based technology would work in the rover either, because from what I've read, radiation will also damage optical components, things like fiber optics and like that. Not to mention, if the planet itself were intensely radioactive, there wouldn't be technological artifacts on this planet because they simply wouldn't work. Okay, getting closer here. Looks like we've got a structure over here. We'll come back to that after we've found something to open the doors. Okay, a whole bunch of relics on the other side of this crystal forest. So let's grab what we can here. Okay, time to take off. Get another round of medical treatment here. And I have to say, one of the things that inspired me to return to this game is I've been following the Apple TV series For All Mankind. And I have to say, that's a very well-written, very dramatic series. It's equal parts space adventure and soap opera, because it covers not just the effects of the space program on nations, but on individuals as well. The astronauts putting their lives at risk, the engineers trying to get the job done, the administrators trying to navigate the political dimensions of it all. There's a lot to it. It's a pretty heavy series. And I just finished watching the 3rd season, and there is a 4th season planned, thankfully. Okay, now we have a laser here. So after I round up some more gear, I'll mount this and see what we can do. So let me bulk unload the rover here. Move everything into the science lab. Move some things around here. Okay, let's launch the rover again and get another round of research going. Okay, it's too soon for me to get more treatment. Let's see what the research computer is telling us here. We've got a thermal something. Sometimes clicking on one of these will speed the process along, and we have a flame repeater. Okay, we got a moment before landing. Let me move the flame repeater into storage. We're about to touch down now. Oops. A little bumpy. And meanwhile, if you want an interesting reenactment of what happened at Chernobyl, there is a series available on Amazon Prime, produced by Sky One, starring Jared Harris and Stellan Skarsgård. It is also very, very heavy, and I know they took some creative liberties with the story just to facilitate storytelling, but it's a pretty gripping story. Okay, got 3 artifacts. Let's see if we can get a 4th here. Alright, time to return home. Get another round of medical treatment. Okay, looks like we've got research complete on a couple of things here. We've got a generator, storage battery, and some kind of data storage device. Let's see what it comes up with. A technical guide worth 8,500 credits. Nice. Alright. Let's move these into storage. Okay, let's unload these. And then afterward, I think this might be a good time to mount the laser. So let's send the rover to the garage. Let's move everything to the cargo bay. I'm sorry, the science station. Get research going here. Oh, the camera's already done. Alright, so let's move the IR camera and the near IR camera here. That'll help speed up the research a little bit. Alright, let's mount that laser. Yep, there it is. There's our laser. Alright, let's launch the rover. So we have... looks like we'll have 3 storage slots left after we finish the research here. Probably should get another radiation treatment here. You'll notice now we have the laser cannon in field of view. Yeah, I think it was over that way that we had the large structure. Now let's see, did we loot this one? No, we didn't. What about here? Did we loot this? Nope. And what about here? Nope. Looks like we won't be hitting that building just yet. Oops. Alright. Let's recall the rover. Head back for another round of treatment here. so what have we got so far? We've got a targeting computer, a rocket array, that's good. And we've got 3 other items coming aboard, so we'll be filling up all of our storage, but we still have a few slots in the cargo bay, so once we're done here, I think next we'll hit that large structure and we'll have just enough space to see what's inside there. Okay, so let's unload the rover, move everything to the science bay. Alright, let's get the research going. Okay, and I think this is a good place to stop, so thank you very much for watching, and join me next time as I finish this run-through of Scavenger SV-4. Eric Pearson, signing off.